Those boots were made for walking, man.
Look, how do you think I keep my legs so toned? You gotta keep moving.
That's a valid point, actually. I apologize.
Just because you skipped day.
I shall try to wear less squeaky boots next time.
Mimi, I will fire you right now.
Does anyone have a Snickers for Crane?
I don't think that'll work.
My phone's been blowing up about a bunch of business proposals, okay? That's why.
Even more? The hell?
That's what I'm saying.
Why are they coming to you about that again?
That's what I'm saying. And they called the DOJ phone,
Crane.
too.
That's what
Crane.
he's asking.
You want one of my Xannies?
Yes, I did.
No.
You know, Crane, fire me, because then that's more work for you to do.
Joke's on you. I'll just put it all on Reggie.
All right, so we're gonna wait a hot second, and then in 2 months, Reggie, after he does what he needs to do with D8, will do that with the DOJ, folks.
That would be such sweet relief.
A non-corrupt DOJ for the people. There we go.
That means you out, Jackson.
Did you guys say this like I ain't been talking about retiring for the longest time? I will move to Cayo in a heartbeat. I got beachfront property there already.
I called dibs on Crane's house here.
That sounds corrupt as fuck, buddy.
Where my keys at, Cranium?
You ain't get. Where's my rent at? How about that? You know what? After this meeting, if I don't get that first rent payment, I'm literally buying your building.
That is rude.
I can afford it. You can't. So that's called
No,
free
but I
market
can.
economy.
Shit.
Anyone check to make sure that's the real Brandon?
How about this? You want my black
I
card?
already
or not?
checked. Don't worry.
That's supposed to mean clone
I
Seth.
already checked.
The fuck is
What?
that supposed to
Wait,
mean?
whoa.
Clone Brandon.
We already
What do you
know
mean
you're
it wouldn't be
clone
Brandon?
Seth.
Brandon definitely.
You don't remember yesterday, girl?
You know what? Never mind. Sorry. The state of
What?
San Andreas doesn't acknowledge
You
existence
can't
of
share
clones.
that.
Amethyst.
Oh, hey, Brooke, you made it.
Just ask
Wait,
for
you
my
wanna
black
go?
card.
You want to go?
Let me get your black
I
card.
know your
I got
secret.
you. I got you.
Sit your ass down.
I know your secret. And that's why you want me to sit down.
Sit down before you end up on the chopping block with this winery.
Right.
Jesus Christ.
Right.
Lord.
Me personally.
I don't want Brandon on my
I'm
charcuterie
sorry.
board.
That's
Crane,
too personal.
Crane's hangry has somehow infected me. My deepest apologies, everyone, including you, Brandon.
It is infectious. Ooh, marshmallows.
You're welcome. Apology accepted.
Queen.
Oh, I'm happy.
Well, in other news, I took my chicken to the vet yesterday and he is starving again.
Did you try
Yeah,
feeding?
a chicken?
Yeah, I
You
have
can
a
have a
chicken.
I had a
chicken
dog.
as a pet?
It starved to
You
death.
had a chicken in your head.
What?
And I'm not talking about Hawkeye.
Oh,
Wait, Hawkeye's. I was about to say chicken's dead.
No,
I forgot he's
Hawkeye's
dead.
good. I mean, everybody in the city makes sure he's fed. I'm talking about the other dog we had.
I was gonna
Yeah.
say. Oh,
Appa?
That's Amethyst dog.
What's your
no,
dog's name?
like
Explain so
the
much.
dog that you get at the pet store. That
Listen,
dog.
Yeah, that dog died a long time ago.
No.
I heard the vet visits are expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just saw it
Alright,
yesterday.
we got mostly everyone here, right?
Floor, go do your job.
Uh,
He's over there messing with papers in the cabinet.
Do believe so.
You do realize
Brandon,
there's more
stop
than
it.
one city hall
What?
employee, right?
What are you talking
Get the
about?
fuck out the papers.
what
Respectfully.
happened?
Damn.
Thank you.
All right, what's the door
All
closed?
right,
or-
let's get this started. We ready?
Yeah.
Yep.
Here, motherfuckers.
Here. All right. First
Yeah.
order of business is city council members. We have 4 applicants. We have Ian, Jack Maston. I don't even know who this other person would be.
Someone clearly fucked with us, by
Lord
the way, and tried to
Vader?
put Lord Vader in our.
I don't even know who that is.
Which is
Lord-
really funny because
Wait, what's
Lord
their name?
Vader and our thing
No.
works for the Senate. You guys don't have access to this. Only the head and the city hall had access. Crane
Lord
probably should put you in
Vader.
the loop. My apologies.
I don't know who that is. And
I know
Percival,
who that is.
You do?
Isn't that Don Vader?
Yeah, that makes sense. Yes. Okay.
That-
So, okay, I know who that is. Okay. Don Vader, Ian, Jack Maston, and Percival
Bless you.
Gilmore. Sorry.
Okay.
And a dog,
So
apparently.
we need to talk about this. We have one open seat and see where we need to go. I'm going to go ahead and vote or voice my opinion on this, and then everybody can go around and talk about it.
Mhm.
I'm going to vote for Percival, as I feel we need another civ. I don't feel like we need another EMS or PD. And Percival is another civ within the community. So that's going to be my vote on that.
I will second that. Percy is a very, very competent, very intelligent person. He's one of the people we don't have to worry about. Not that the other people are, but for Percy specifically. He's been a business owner of 2 separate businesses. He has a very good mindset. He has a very good legal mindset as well, being that he's one of the people who taught me how to be an attorney. He's got all the qualities I think would make this council great.
I agree with that. From the couple of times that a very capable person.
Sorry, this is gonna take a hot second. Whoever has an MDT, can we get a few people looking up Percival and Ian Moxley just to confirm that they do not have felonies on their record?
Percival has felonies. He just finished his expungement last night.
Yeah. So Percival's good.
And Ian?
Ian is EMS. He's not allowed to have felonies.
Yo, what's up?
Let's let this guy in here.
Wasn't the door supposed to be locked?
I am a
told them-
business owner.
I told them at 6:10 to lock the door.
I am a business owner.
You're a business
Here.
owner?
You work?
Yeah, mate, I own a business.
Here's my problem. I want to say Jack Maston. The problem is his wife is also a member of the. Are we the assembly at Crane or still the city council?
Technically
Still
with the
the-
assembly now, right? Or what's the?
Still the city council right now.
Still
I
city
need
council.
two more. I need 2 more signatures on the constitution.
Okay.
Okay, so I'd love to vote Jack, but his wife is on the council, and I feel like that just can't happen. I'm so sorry, Jack. So Percival would be my vote.
But on that ground, the Silvers are in the assembly.
That is true.
So I can vote Jack. Take that, Jack. You get my vote.
How many people are we voting on?
That's a different. Well, no, wait. On that point though, that's also different. The Silvers are here in 2 EMS specific seats, though. They don't have too many options as far as people who can actually sit in their seat. We're voting on a civilian seat, not a PD seat.
In a world where you can be super picky, I'd much rather have Jack here and Percy where he currently is. But at the same time, then I could also steal him for City Hall after this sounds better and better for City Hall. Yeah, vote Jack.
You vote Percy?
All right, hold on. I can keep count here. We can just. All right, Amelia,
That's
what's your vote?
4 for Percy right now.
Wait, I forget. Do I get a vote?
My vote was Percy.
Yeah. The council votes, not.
Ah, shit! I don't get a vote. Fuck.
You can share your opinion though.
Danny, what's your vote officially?
Officially Percival.
L.
Percival.
Jack.
Yeah, that's fine. Percival.
You can vote for yourself, Jack.
I mean, what am I going to give myself one vote?
I mean,
Vote for you, Jack.
Yeah, it
Who
would
do
have
you
been
think
tied.
your wife would vote for?
Alright,
That should be a simple answer.
I think she'd vote for Percival.
Yeah, Nicole would vote.
that's right. All right.
I am her.
Arya? Arya, your vote?
Oh my god, excuse me. Sorry, Jack, are you really not voting for yourself?
No, I voted for Jack.
You voted for who? I'm sorry.
Yeah, I voted for me.
Okay, I vote for Jack.
Amethyst?
I also vote for Jack.
What's up?
Is that 4-3 in favor of Percy?
Yes. Yes, it is. Are we missing people?
No.
Aren't
we're
there 9
missing
votes?
Sassy and Morgan.
Is Jacob Lee part of the?
Wait a minute.
Jacob
Who would
Lee.
Sassy have voted
yeah.
for?
Sassy would have been a literal toss up between Jack and Percival.
Shit.
Yes, exactly.
I do agree with potentially having someone that doesn't have ties to either EMS or PD, as we do have quite a lot of members on the council already that do.
Yeah, we already have 3
Even in
EMS and
other
3
seats.
cops.
I feel like the city itself's gonna say it's government waived council.
But this
it's
is for
basically-
next term, correct?
No,
No,
this is
this
for
is right
now.
now.
No, this is
current term right
emergency
now.
seating for right now.
I don't know. Technically, I'm not here for PD either. I think I'm also under the civilian vote. So
Yeah, I mean you are, yes, but I mean it's just that you are indeed a cop is the perspective
Right.
of it.
don't fucking start me. Shut the hell up.
Also, if I remember correctly, the bottom of the thing said they would be here at this meeting. I don't see Percy or Ian here. What the fuck, guys? My boy Jack. He's here.
Isn't he here as a proxy though?
He is,
Sa-
as here as a proxy. Yeah.
I mean Jack's
I
usually here
know.
either way.
Jack is usually
Jack-
here regardless, though.
Yeah, Jack's usually here either way.
Like,
Why not just hire him on the city hall?
Don't talk about my L1 like that.
I would say put Percy as city council and Jack as city hall.
Yeah. Jack still has weight of opinion here, and then at the end of the day, I mean, it's less it doesn't look as bad as far as the eyes of the people.
Jack, you have a bunch of people asking if you want to be a part of City Hall.
And, I mean, like, what did that? I mean, yeah, but what does it entail? I'm down
The
for
pay's probably better.
I'm
Wait, you
definitely
get
down
paid
to
for
help
this?
out.
Cool.
Oh yeah,
Cool.
I didn't get paid for
so
the last meeting, but
it sounds like we're getting a Percy on the council. Congratulations, Percy. Yep.
well, that was.
All right, I'll send him an email
excessive.
and let him know that he's part of city council and he needs to. Okay, I'll get that sorted. All right, next order of business is.
Don't forget to yell at him for not being here. Goddamn liar.
Oh, don't you worry, I will. Constitution
Oh.
updates and business guide updates. Is there Jackson? Is there any ETA on this on the old ones?
the Constitution is just missing 2 signatures. Those signatures should be acquired within these next couple of days. And then an announcement will go out that it has been ratified. It will be made available to the public to go ahead and ignore as usual.
All right.
And
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, and then the business guidebook, people have access to it in the new penal code.
All right. Any questions?
The only question that I've been asking since the beginning: when will the federal reflect that it's updated?
Well, I talked to the senator who keeps track of the record. He said he was going to go ahead and make those adjustments. I'm be honest, it's probably going to take me yelling at him a couple of times, and then it'll probably get done. Hopefully within a week.
So hopefully around the same time the signatures are done, but possibly not.
Those signatures are probably going to be acquired before that federal guideline suggested. I'm telling you.
Okay. Because people
So,
get very confused about that. So
Yep, indeed.
All right. Next thing on the agenda is the Casio Winery. We have not seen this business open in a while. The question is, do we keep them around or do we revoke them? What is your guys' thoughts on this? I'm going to go ahead and share my thoughts, and obviously, and then we'll move around. My thoughts is we shut the doors. I've not seen them around in a very, very long time. When they were around, it was just for a short, brief, like poof. It's kind of like a cigarette. They were there, then they were gone. like I said, I've literally not seen them open in at least a couple months, and that I can remember. So this is on the table. We'll go around the table and see what everybody thinks.
Chop it. All right. They were ungrateful.
Yeah.
I worked so hard with those guys to get that business up and running. All right. I gave them investment money to get them off their feet before City Hall had money. And then for them to just not show up.
Danny?
I agree with that. I haven't seen him in a while, and I might even have a potential new person who would want to take it over.
I don't think it should be taken over. I think it should just be closed.
I think.
Hey,
Be close.
keep it on the business. We don't want to know what's happening next with the
Mhm,
business.
mhm.
Okay. Gabrielle?
I think it should be closed as well.
Jack?
I think it should be closed, and it has nothing to do with that displays its only competition.
Floor?
I'm just here.
Oh. Mateo, you don't count. Arya?
Close it.
I also say close it. The only time I've seen them open, they were complaining about it. So don't think they should be given the opportunity to keep it open any longer.
Amethyst?
I also say revoke.
All right. Vote counts. We shut the doors.
My mama's closed.
City
All
Council
right.
will make that
Oh,
official momentarily.
All right. Next order of business is the lady we have, fine lady we have behind us, is Morgan Luna. The situation at hand is Morgan Luna. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, Morgan. You are wanting to open a, what is it? A business where you can teach other people to be lawyers?
A law firm, yes.
A law firm, correct?
Correct.
With the history of what she's got on her record, there is up for debate. I'm going to go ahead and give you the floor, Morgan, so you can go ahead and talk, and then we'll talk about this. Okay?
Right, sounds good. I wrote a speech for you guys so that I could gather my thoughts. Yo, what's up, guys? All right. Hello, my name is Morgan Luna, and I'm a private attorney, tarot reader, and mechanic at Pent Garage. There's been a lot of talk about me in the last week or so, and I wanted to come here to clear up a few things and allow you the opportunity to meet me in person. Some of you here already know me and have known me for a while. I'm a different person than I was before, and I understand that there may be some hesitation about me due to my record, especially from the people here who don't know me. For those of you who don't know me, I have served many roles in my past. I've been a lawyer, a mayor, an ADA, a DA, a magistrate, a judge, and finally a chief justice. Obviously, I am none of those things right now, but a lawyer due to personal reasons, but that's a brief rundown of my background. When I was asked to become a lawyer here, it was under very specific stipulations from the Department of Justice. I had to be sworn in and stand in front of an ethics committee and argue why I should be allowed to practice being a lawyer when I had a record. At that time, I technically had no violent felonies because I was told by the judge that hostage taking was not violent due to no violence being enacted upon the hostage. It wasn't until I started to win cases against the PD that the legality of violent felony was discussed further, and it was decided that hostage taken was indeed a violent felony. I, however, am not a violent person. Because this was called into question, hold on a second. Sorry, because this was called into question, the Ethics Committee, after a long deliberation, decided I could practice law within the state as long as I did not commit any more violent felonies, to which I agreed and still uphold today, months later. And now I must stand before you and defend myself and my ability as a lawyer again, because of the discrimination against my person. The city's own documentation says, and I quote, "The option to potentially obtain a business license is open to almost all citizens of the state of San Andreas. Those who are excluded from this opportunity are individuals who are a member of or associated with any gang or criminal organization. This is a hard line that shall not be amended or infringed upon by any individual or entity without the express approval of the Senate of San Andreas. So it isn't even completely off the table, as the language here says the Senate can make exceptions to the rule. Despite this, I am not a gang member, nor am I affiliated with any gangs. I briefly ran a motorcycle club for women called the Night Angels, which disbanded many months ago. That was a club and not a gang. In fact, I'm sure there are many members sitting in this council and room right now who are part of a motorcycle club themselves. I asked to become a law firm out of courtesy of the state. I have had public defense attorneys come to ask to shadow me. Sorry, one moment again. They asked to shadow me because they did not feel like they knew what they were doing. I've had other individuals ask to join me as a firm, which I've had to turn down because I knew it was illegal to run a business without a proper license. I was not asking for a public check to be paid to me. I was not asking for a place of business since I already have a law office. I was simply asking to be allowed to form my own firm so I can train up some more lawyers and have them work for me, so that I can provide the state with the much needed legal representation that it lacks. Again, to deny me this opportunity and force me to get an expungement is discrimination, as other business owners with records did not have to be expunged either, and if they were being discriminated against too. From what I've been told, you're quite literally making up rules as you go along in order to force my hand on an expungement, which I will not consider out of the principle that you are forcing me to do so, and because nowhere in any document does it say that I need to be expunged in order to own a business. You are, quite frankly, turning me into a lesser than, an other, someone who doesn't matter as much as you do because I have a criminal record. That is exactly why you need me, ironically enough, because I am the person who is out here defending the people who are being othered by the police and society as a whole, all because they have a criminal record. I will always fight for them, just like I will fight for myself here and now, one woman against all of you. With that said, I am formally recalling my business proposal. I do not need to be bullied and discriminated against in order to train lawyers. It is because of me that more citizens are exercising their right to legal counsel and not just pleading guilty because they feel hopeless. More citizens are suing the police department for the wrongdoings against them and their rights. More people are protecting themselves against a system built against them. And I know that better than any of you ever will. I will continue to defend them with my whole being, with or without you. Just remember that you are beholden to the documents that you created for this city, and that is the law and letter that you should be following. You cannot point to anything right now that says that a person with a record can't own a business because it simply does not exist, at least not where public can see it. And what you did make public, even in the city's new penal code, you are willfully ignoring in order to force my hand to get an expungement, which I will simply not bow down to. Sorry, this matter will be going to court as a violation of the business owner policy in the penal code, and I do apologize for wasting the time of those who are fighting for me and not against me. Thank you.
Is this not appropriate?
Grow up, Mateo.
Jack.
Thank you for your words.
You're welcome. Thank you for letting me speak. If anybody has any questions, I can answer them. But I wanted to thank you for the opportunity.
Okay, so so you're rescinding your business proposal, correct?
I am, correct.
Okay, that's the only question I have.
Just so I'm clear, there's no way I could convince you to go through the expungement process to get your business going, right?
Not until, if that is what everybody wants here, until the language is changed in the penal code and the business guide, I'm not getting an expungement.
Okay, so Morgan, I do want to ask you one question.
Sure.
In your speech, you said that you were part of one gang affiliation of one gang only.
No, I was part of a motorcycle club.
Or motorcycle club, correct. Okay.
Correct.
So you were a part of another gang that was Monarchs. So you can see where our hesitation is on this. And you can deny that you weren't when you were. I have treated you multiple times with the Monarchs and seen you with Hazel.
I
So-
can be with my friend Hazel, who's been my friend for a very
You're
long
wearing
time.
the mask. You were wearing the clothes.
If you
I
don't
wear
mind
a
me
black
saying,
mask, yes.
just, let me just. It is on your record, right? The thing that defines all of us legally, that you have ran a gang and have had gang affiliations.
I have not run a gang. I've run a motorcycle club. If we're going to say
the
that is a gang,
commissioner of the police department has at least found someone to write down on a piece of paper.
so
that
anyone can
information.
put anything in the MDT. That doesn't mean that it's true. Unless you have proof that I was part of a gang that you can bring forth right here, right now. I am telling you that I was part of a motorcycle club called the Night Angels, which I ran as the president. And if that's going to be held against me, then it's going to be held against all of you who are in a motorcycle club as well.
She's right.
Okay, Mr. Mayor.
Okay,
Who's
so
Hazel?
what I'm saying is literally all you have to do. You have been clean all this time. Literally, Jackson will approve the expungement right here, right now. We will approve your business proposal, and it's over. You are dragging this out. Nobody else is. Every one of us here has seen you running with the Monarchs. We have confirmed with the commissioners and with LSPD that you are with the Monarchs, Morgan.
The Monarchs don't exist.
Oh,
So
but
I
they
am with-
did. And I can
I'm
tell you
with
exactly
no one.
where the
I am
gang
not gang
location was.
affiliated, and I am not part of a gang.
Okay, so
You
Hazel
asked me,
Jackson
and
will
I'm
not tell
telling
me that
you.
you weren't a part of their gang affiliation.
I am telling you that I am not a part of a gang or affiliated with a gang.
You aren't now, but you were.
Who's Hazel?
That is not what the documentation
But
says.
what
It says
I am
need to
saying-
be part of a gang or
you let
gang
me out?
affiliated, which I am not.
Okay, we're gonna keep going round and round.
On
It-
the
it is up to the
record,
city
it is,
council.
though. Is
The-
fact on
Mm.
that record.
That's not my problem that they don't
It
know
is
how
your
to follow up
problem.
with people. No, it's not. I'm not in charge
So
of the MDT
here's the
or
issue.
updating
You're
it.
upset because we won't approve your business proposal because you were a gang affiliated person with a violent criminal history.
Incorrect.
So you're
The
going to go and sue
documentation
the city
says-
council for this, for something
Correct.
that is you did with your past.
It doesn't
when
say
all
my
you have to do
past.
is get
it
an
says
expungement.
currently. The language is present tense.
Okay.
This conversation
no,
is
please,
over.
please. Morgan, do you see a clear path to your business in the current state of everything without an expungement?
I don't need, like I said, I don't need the law firm to train people. If I have the time, I will train them. If
That's
I
not
am
answering
gonna
the
be called
question.
legal-
You're a
in the
lawyer.
legal-
You know the legal path.
Mhm.
How do you see this happening, knowing that your record is considered fact?
I don't understand your question.
The door was open the whole time.
The front door.
You have a penal code that you abide by, and your penal code has very specific language that you are not following.
You're
That's not my
still not
problem.
answering the question. How do you see this moving forward?
I don't see it moving forward. That's why I rescinded my business proposal.
So we have offered every possible avenue to your business. You have declined it.
I would
You
love to
have
give you the
tried
business
to
proposal.
Force me to get an expungement, which
We're-
I'm not doing.
Okay, then don't get the business proposal. Done.
That's fine. I rescinded it.
Does anyone on the city council have anything else that needs to be said?
Okay, so sorry, Crane. Just a quick question. The purpose of her being here was to plead her side and for us to move forward with the decision, or are we just not going to vote on the decision anymore?
There's nothing to vote on.
That was the original purpose, yes, but she is rescinding her proposal. So unless she decides that she does want the business,
I guess
There's
the
nothing we
purpose-
can vote on because she rescinded it. But if anyone
And
has
to let us know
opinions
she's
that need to
taking it
be
to the
said,
courts
say them
instead.
now.
Yeah, and that she's taking it to the courts instead.
So
yeah.
she's suing city council instead, I guess.
City Hall.
City hall. Because we didn't
Slight-
approve her business proposal.
Slightly
I don't think it's
tangential
that.
note, but kind of related. Aria, can you go ahead and remove that thing at the bottom of her record that says she can't represent because the ethics committee is making a decision? Because that's old and hasn't been moved.
Yeah,
Wait,
of course,
what?
I can take it off.
Just another example of how the MDT is not updated.
Sounds like the LSPD needs to do their jobs.
It sounds like we shouldn't be pointing fingers. It's not like we can just grab every single piece of information that's out there.
How are
Well,
we
also, I've
supposed
not
to
been on
know
the
this
radar for
information
months.
isn't fact? It's what we have available and is supposed to be what we make decisions off of. And it just randomly got changed.
You won't know that it's fact because unless you have proof, it's not fact.
Are we calling the commissioner a liar here?
I'm saying that MDT is obviously not updated, right? So what they decided beforehand, and whenever that was put in there, which I don't know if there's a date attached to those things or not in the MDT. I don't have one or access to it. But unless I'm on their radar and like doing stuff or whatever, like they're not going to remember to take things off of there. And I've not been on their radar because I've not been doing shit. So anyway, if nobody has any more questions, I mean I can go.
I don't really have a question. I think it's more just a statement, just to put my point out there. I understand that a lot was said about, you know, what side everybody is on. I don't see any reason right now to be holding Miss Luna back from pursuing this. I know she rescinded it, but I still would vote towards her going for it. If you look at her record, she doesn't have as an intensive record as before. And also, the MDT with removing stuff and putting things on can become very finicky sometimes. Like, for example, the note that I was just trying to remove from her profile. What did it say again? That she cannot represent anybody. I can't even remove that note right now. So it's not on the matter of the fact of us not doing our job and removing notes or adding notes to the profiles. It's more so something that's out of our hands. But that's just my piece on it.
Outside of the MDT, though, I had Commissioner Purchase and Barbie in the same room, saying plain as day that what was it? She was a member of a gang or led a gang at some point in time, and that is on her record. Am I supposed to just ignore that?
I'm telling you that the only thing that I have led was the Night Angels.
I just don't know how the city council could legally vote for that and there not be some kind of corruption involved, knowing what we've had recommended and from who.
That is for you guys to.
Here's the
deal with.
deal.
I
I
don't
can
know what to say.
100% confirm, Miss Luna, that myself and Morgan have seen you at the hangout with Hazel Jackson in the same cuts and colors as that gang. Okay, so I will.
Right, our
go
motorcycle
in front.
cuts are
no,
black
not
and
the
white.
cuts, not the
You
cuts.
just said
I'm
cuts and
talking about the
colors.
gang. I'm talking about the gang affiliation.
Right. I've always worn black and white, and all my cars have always been black and white from here to where we moved from. I like
I'm
black
telling
and
you.
white.
I can 100% right now. I will put everything of mine that I have on the table right now and tell you that I know for a fact you were a part of that gang.
Unless you have proof.
We already have
Okay,
the commissioners telling us this, Amelia. We don't need more proof.
Miss Luna does have a point in that you need written proof. and like actual concrete evidence to be able to prove that point. It
So
can't
just-
just be a hearsay.
Sorry.
Oh no, you're good.
Wait,
Go ahead.
what's
As government employees and commissioners of the police, at that their statements actually matter legally.
Of course they do, but when they're saying things and they don't have proof to back it up, it is hearsay, just like if I was saying things and had no proof to back it up too. It's a he said, she said type of deal. If we're
Government
gonna
officials
stand
actually
here
have a
and say-
higher say than that of a normal person in
If
the
we're
law.
going to stand here and say
should know
that
that.
because I wear black and white, that means I was part of a gang, I find that to be ridiculous. I'm not saying that the individuals here in the motorcycle club are part of a gang.
so you're telling me this these birdies that you put out, Monarchs, fuck the police with your your birdie and stuff's not not you?
Can you
I do
prove
believe
it?
Arya had something to say. If you still need to say something, Arya.
The only thing I wanted confirmation on is, so legally in the documentation, does it say no matter what time frame in her entire existence, basically she was part of a gang, she cannot be a business owner? Or is it a certain time frame? It doesn't have to be like an active time frame. Like, if she's currently involved in a gang, she can't be a business owner? Or is it something that's like across the board? If she was ever in one, she can never own a business? What's the specifics on that?
It's a great question because it's not defined and it's written in present tense, which means here and now. And I'm saying here and now, I am not part of a gang or affiliated with one.
That would be a question for the one who wrote the law.
It's
Yeah,
vague
Crane?
enough that City Hall can't vote for a business where,
Which
but
is why
again, someone else.
I think that's why Miss Vinny is gonna. I'm sorry, Miss Luna is gonna take it to the courts, because the writing is vague enough that she can't take it to the courts and they can decide.
But we can all see with straight faces, a lawyer could clearly get an expungement quite easily, and all of this could be avoided.
I'm doing
Why?
it. I'm not doing it because of principle.
Yeah.
If I
The principle
pardon
of the
you,
matter.
can I please offer you a mayoral pardon?
So you want to offer me a pardon so that I can open up a law firm?
Because for
Because I
some
won't
reason
take
you
the
do not
expungement.
want to do an expungement, and I am wondering if a pardon is just as evil.
Do you understand the reasoning why I'm not taking the expungement? Because it seems like some people here do and some people here don't.
I do.
I understand your reason.
I
have no
understand your
idea.
reasoning too. It's just I can't morally say you won't get the business proposal and go straight out and commit violent crimes when I know your history.
I can't commit violent crimes because I'm a practicing lawyer. And if I want to continue to be a practicing lawyer, it was by the DOJ. I had to swear myself into them and tell them I would not commit any more violent crimes. And I'm using the word anymore very loose because the violent crimes that are on my report are hostage taking. I didn't commit any violence against any person. So it's a technicality, sure, but I'm not out here shooting people. I don't shoot cops. I don't shoot people. I don't stab people. I don't stab cops. Like, I don't do any of that.
And if that's the case,
See,
then any
again,
business
we
owner could do that.
We
Something to
had the
note.
commissioners come to us and tell us she had performed an armed robbery 2 weeks ago.
Something to note.
No,
Hostage-
you can look at my record. I haven't done an armed robbery 2 weeks ago.
Can I say something real quick? I know I just got here, but I know exactly what we're talking about.
Wait,
Um,
really quick. I'd like to note something. Hostage taking is not a violent crime.
I thought that's what we were going back and forth on, Your Honor, and that's why I was brought before the committee, the ethics committee.
Nope. You were brought before the ethics committee because there were concerns expressed by a great deal many people, and to ease those concerns, we decided to convene the ethics committee to review.
So I don't have any violent crimes.
I'm going to refuse to comment on that. For obvious reasons.
I understand.
I'm not stating those obvious reasons for everyone in the room.
Because I will most likely be presiding over this if this goes to trial.
Oh.
Floor is open to anyone.
I mean, I will say that I will say she is right about when she came before the ethics committee. The rule of thumb was that if she was committing violent felonies, her bar license would not be, it would be up for reevaluation. And I mean, to the best of my knowledge, she hasn't committed anything that is qualified as a violent felony since then. I would have to look. I haven't looked at her record, but I haven't seen her arrested recently. I mean, I know she has been arrested this month, but in terms of violent felonies, I don't know that anything we put on the, I remember when I was mayor for that short time, we were listing violent felonies as essentially things that were like actively injuring people or had an attempt to actively injure people. I know a lot of people here may consider violent felonies, you know, on the technicality of any robberies in general being a violent felony. But I remember when it came to the business aspect of things, we were trying to be very specific given the fact of who the majority of our populace is.
Who opened this front door of City Hall?
I have no idea. I locked it when I came through.
I don't know.
But the point being is that the business owner violent felony thing is more so it's a lot more specific unless Jackson changed it from what we had discussed, which I don't know if he did or not, but it was very specific things qualified as violent felonies, and those would be the same things that if Miss Luna was arrested for, she could be back up in front of the ethics committee discussing her bar license. And to my knowledge, she hasn't, to my knowledge, and I say that very because Crane may know more than I do, but to my knowledge, she hasn't broke that because we haven't been called back to the ethics committee for her yet. So, and I say yet because I have not heard anything. So,
Well,
the gang affiliation part of it, I can't comment on because I don't know necessarily, and I would have to trust the commissioner on that aspect. But in terms of violent felonies, I'm not as concerned about that with her.
Sir, if you're trusting the commissioner, then you're trusting that she the things I said are within the realm of true.
Well, what I mean by that is that there's a different set of what is considered a violent felony that the commissioner might see as a violent felony. Like he may consider any robberies a violent felony. When we're talking about in terms of the business handbook and all of that, like I said, Jackson can comment if he changed it since we talked when I was mayor, but we were very specific what the violent felonies were when it comes to business ownership. There is a difference there. If you consider a store robbery a violent felony, then of course you would consider anything if she's done that to be a violent felony. But if you're looking at it from the aspect of business ownership, it is a different standard. Whether it be good, bad, or indifferent, there is a different standard there. And like I said, I'd like to know if Jackson changed that since we talked last, or if I'm still right about that.
I have not changed that. Also, the DOJ standards on what a violent felony is matches that. I swear that door's unlocked.
So, like I said, in terms of trusting purchase, I'm meaning that I trust his judgment on whether or not she has a gang affiliation. If he knows more than I do about that, I'm trusting him on that. But I am saying that I have a disagreement of opinion in terms of what constitutes violent felony in terms of business ownership.
Isn't there like a delineation in like penal codes or something of what a violent felony is in general?
Unfortunately, unless the new penal code has something in there, I don't think that there is a clear like these are defined as a violent felony type situation. If I remember correctly, when we came up with the business side of it all, the business owners really wanted like concrete. This is a violent felony. This is not a violent felony. I remember that very specifically, and so we did a bunch of that whenever we were doing the business handbook stuff. So that's what I mean by it's a little bit of a different standard. And if Jackson knows more about the DOJ side of things, but if the DOJ is using the same definitions as what the business handbook is using for a violent felony, then that's basically any crime that actually has the possibility of like injuring somebody or is injuring somebody. That would be a violent felony. Threatening somebody or like just holding up a store is there's a differentiation there. And like I said, as a police officer, to me personally, that's a little bit different. But when I was mayor, and we were
excuse me,
doing stuff for
do
the
you mind if I
business-
just 2 more minutes? If anyone else has an opinion, we'll get to you. I promise.
No, I don't even need 2 more minutes. I'm finishing up. Honestly, like I said, as a police officer, I have a little bit of a difference of opinion. But when I was mayor and as doing that type of stuff, I was of the mind of there being a differentiation for business owners in terms of that, given the populace of the city that we have. So that's all I needed to say.
Thank you very much. Anyone else with? I know this is taking a while, but we need everyone to really say what they need to say about this. So anyone else?
I guess not. I think we can
Yeah,
continue.
I'm just
All right,
trying
cool.
to
So
get it all in.
we're just gonna move on. I guess there's not really much we can do there.
Thank you again for letting me talk.
I guess we will have to ask lawyers a lot of things in the next few days. So continuing onward, the B&B, the one that we were very in favor of, but that we just wanted a little more to their business proposal. They had a fun little slideshow that they handed me that they were wanting to do the kind of like video tour, but what's the word I want to use here?
Not good enough.
No. It's more. We had an estimate of mid-December, and it's the beginning of November. The time it wasn't going to work, and the union architect actually was quite excited about this, and we need to make a decision right now about the bed and breakfast.
Go let that person out, please.
If everyone could hit up your emails and check out they have the slideshow thing. Crane and I have both been up there with them. It's a dope place, right, Crane?
It is. Everyone here should have already looked at the slideshow. I'm getting tired of the whole. We got to wait till we get here, and people are just now looking at it.
I think it gives us
I
all
reminded
good time to
people.
breathe.
Yeah, I was about to say I've looked at it already. I just had it up in case I needed to look over it again, in case anything had been changed. But I've already looked at it.
But yeah, no, place looks good. Looks really good. We did a walkthrough.
Yeah, we did yesterday.
Yep, came up with a nice fair price for them to pay for the property itself. Very fair, very fair.
Would you like to say fair again?
So let me just scoot on over here to
All's fair is a rent fair.
Hey.
Hello.
Would you like to say anything?
I mean, I can answer any questions you guys have, but
Speak up.
I am speaking up. I can answer any questions that you guys have. We're like, because of like what we were told yesterday and like the new potential like, I guess like length of stay for like people who will be like visiting the B&B, it will be like 1, 5 or 1, 3 or 5 days. So we're gonna like redo pricing after we talk with the businesses about like meals and everything. But I can get you guys
Mills?
like those prices.
Like $1 million?
No, like food.
Oh, meals.
Okay.
Okay, gotcha. Sorry.
Yeah, but if you guys have any questions, I can answer them.
I do.
Oh, sorry, Jacob. Go ahead.
Sorry, I apologize. I wasn't here at the last meeting. I wasn't able to be here, so I just want to ask this, and if it's been asked, I do apologize. Looking over the business proposal, like the event space where it's at and everything, it looks really good. The concern that I have and the question that I guess I have with it is more so, is there like, have you talked to people that would be interested, for example, in just like spending the night up north? Or is this going to be like kind of one of those things where people can like rent out extended stay weeks at a time type situation where they can, you know, store their stuff? Because the only concern that I have is as an event space, it's great and it makes sense. That part of the proposal I do get, but are people like actively desiring a place to like spend the night up north? Or
Yeah, so we've talked to quite a few people and everyone's been like really interested in like being able to go up north and like spend the night a couple days. And we were talking with Seth and Jackson and Danny yesterday, and I know Seth like came to us with some like ideas and things that he's been talked to about. So like ideally I think the plan is now to have like different lengths of stay be an option, and then once your length of stay is up, then you don't have keys to your room anymore, kind of like if you were just going to like rent a room for like X amount of days. So you could stay for either like 1, 3 or 5 days, and then once your stay is up, then you would have to like turn in your keys. And then the rooms will have like a very small storage area, and then like a changing room or like somewhere you can like store your clothes and like change outfits and stuff.
Okay, that makes more sense. That answers my question a little bit better. I
Good
was
for
just kind of
potential
curious
new
about.
people.
Well, exactly, 100%, and I'm not against it in any way, shape, or form. I just wanted to make sure because certain other businesses have started up and been very excited about starting up, and then they kind of get started and we get things off the ground, and all of a sudden it's just kind of people.
So what do you guys think? City Hall does a run up to the mountains once every 3 weeks or weeks.
Do a nice vacation.
You all do way too much collectively, and we could just say fuck it. We're putting days on the calendar where we say fuck it. City Hall's closed.
I mean, that's Amethyst every day. She don't do no work.
Hey yo.
Oh,
so
sorry.
I guess my question is there anyone who is hesitant to vote yes that needs to ask more, or is just a hard no and I can convince them otherwise?
I have a concern.
Oh no.
Are you guys making your own food, or is all the food that for the breakfast part of the B&B, is all that food coming from other restaurants?
Coming from other restaurants. We've talked to Bean Machine and Yellow Jack already about that.
Okay, perfect. That's good enough for me. I don't want more food places.
Yeah, I read that in the proposal, and that's why I didn't ask that question.
I read it too. No, too. I want to make sure, because what some people do is they'll get their business approved, and then they'll go and be like, oh hey, Senate, can I get some food added to my place because it makes sense and blah 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 blah. So I want it on the record that that's not something that's going to happen.
I think it makes sense. I get you.
Yeah, that's good to me.
I like doing this the other way. Everyone who's opposed, put your hands up. Come on, unanimous vote. Booyah. All right. I like that.
Check
that a lot. Crane.
Crazy as your
Crane,
head
Oh,
up right now.
I'm just stretching. I'm just stretching.
You better fucking be stretching.
Brooke, I have one question for you.
That's how I actually got City Hall.
How you gonna
sued.
ask a question after the vote? What's wrong with you?
Because it has nothing to do with the vote.
Oh, then shut up.
What did
Oh,
you ever
that's
see
kind
in
of
Crane?
mean.
Are
Oh
you
my
okay?
God.
Wait, speak up. I can't hear you.
Meeting's a little tight today.
If Brooke heard me, that's all that matters.
I heard you. I heard you.
Interesting. Okay. You know what? I'm Dynasty is gonna like that $900,000.
That's crazy. What do you mean?
I don't know what y'all want. Sorry, completely irrelevant to the meeting. Sorry. Carry on, Seth.
Okay. Congrats. You guys better run a dope goddamn bed and breakfast up there.
Of course. We definitely will.
Let's see. Anyone have anything else to bring to the table? Oh, wait. Yeah, go. Anyone else?
I think Blaze It needs to be tax exempt for medical purposes.
We don't even have medical marijuana cards, let alone that.
Well, hey, that was supposed to be a thing. It ain't my problem. You ain't got them yet.
Ain't my fault. We trying.
It's still a medical dispensary.
I'll figure it out. Anything else?
Oh yeah, I'm selling my beach shop. I'm closing it down. Just bringing that up.
Why?
You are.
Yep, I'm gonna be shutting down the beach shop and focusing on the south
Yes,
side.
I do.
I mean, the beach shops were always supposed to be a starter spot. And Blades is set up and going. And I don't need the two. I'm in competition with myself, basically.
That's what makes it fun. Fuck the
Like
beach shop.
Beyonce.
Hey, let me have that one open more and
Let
active
him
for
have
staff
the
level.
job. I need the money from Apple to move it.
Brandon, get the fatty.
I need the money.
Oh my god.
Wait, are you offering to move everything out of his shop
Yep, I
for
already
him?
did it. Yep. And I need your approval for how much he's gonna have to pay me for it.
I already paid you. You don't need approval. I already
No,
paid
no,
you.
that was
Yeah,
the down
I'm-
payment. I need the full.
No, I'm not paying you more.
Yeah. City Hall.
We'll
100,000
discuss
more.
that after the sweet merciful shit. After the meeting. Fuck. Hi. Do
Lemon
you have
wants
your
to
hand
buy
up
it
over
to sell
there?
her lemons.
Hi, everybody.
Hi, Lemon.
Hey, Lemon.
Vessel, is this Alcoholics Anonymous?
Yes.
No.
Oh.
Oh,
That's after the council.
With Amethyst here, it might as
which
well.
Oh,
is-
sorry.
Fuck you.
I'm here for Alcoholics Anonymous.
That's after the meeting.
Yeah, well, that's after the meeting.
I honestly
so
thought it
I
was a
just
shot
have
at
one
meeting.
more thing to go over. It should be quick. City Hall gave with the new government system thing coming in. City Hall gave operational budgets of 1.5 mil to the DOJ and the Assembly. You need to think of a better name. The Assembly. The Assembly head can basically do whatever the fuck it wants in terms of changing the name of it, and I hate the Assembly. But yeah,
The
they
Assembly of
both have
Representatives.
1.5 mil to do as they please, so you don't have to go to City Hall for hoods and whatnots. Just don't be too reckless with the money. Still tax money. Still got to report to the citizen. Any questions on that?
Why?
Aside from
Who
those
has
gunshots.
access to it?
Wouldn't be a council meeting without gunshots.
How about
Hey,
the
we
Supreme- how
got
about the
good last
Supreme
time.
Council?
So right now, the Assembly's money, what Amelia has right now. Crane, I believe. Who else has access to that money aside from Ukraine?
Myself, Judge Kincaid.
The Nightwalker I've heard about.
Yep.
And women.
If you ever hear any rattling around in the building at night, it's just Kincaid in the tunnels.
Whatever you can to support the community. I think Tempest wanted to actually buy a bunch of RC cars, and I told him that I already tried to do that. Was concerned they might get stolen, but that's a whole other topic.
I mean, I told Kobe that I wanted to buy a PDRC car, and he said that they didn't exist. And then I told him that they did exist, and then he was like, "Well, who has them?" And I was like, "I don't know, but I've seen it. It tried to pull me over, and I'm offering a bounty. All right, $100,000 to anyone who can find out where
I
this
think that's a
RC car
Weasel
is."
exclusive car.
Why does Weasel have it?
I don't know why they
I'll
have
take
it,
the $100,000.
but I was
Alright,
about to
that's
say
it.
I'm pretty sure I've
All
heard.
right, guys,
I'm pretty sure
guys.
there's a voice behind me.
All right, this meeting's taking too long.
No. I want 2 more things before we end. I just want updates from EMS and PD about how things are going on their end. Yep. We can go.
You put me here to make these meetings not last this long.
We're just over an hour right now. An hour and a half isn't terrible, and you know it.
Technically, we started 10 minutes after, so we're not having even an hour yet.
Thank you, Craig.
PD, go. Speak, quick. Jacob, don't make me-
Chief
don't
of
make me ask you that
Police,
thing.
PD's doing real great.
I'm gonna smack you.
He is her representative.
Yeah, I'm
Hey, Jacob.
representing Nicole.
Oh well, since you're representing Nicole, have you paid that guy $1 million yet?
Yep, we definitely did that, and it's been sent out. That's all good to go.
I feel like you're lying to me. Are you lying to me?
I'm pretty sure that guy's in the tunnels with Kincaid. That's why no one can give him money.
Well,
Scratch
nope,
my
there you go.
balls.
We tried to do it. We reached out, and we're waiting for his people to get in touch.
Okay.
It's hard to get messages in the tunnel when you got to put it on rat back.
Okay.
That's why
EMS.
the pizza wrap.
Well, I mean, does anyone have any questions
Really
for
not.
PD about
Oh,
PD before we move on? I understand people want to leave, but if you got any kind of concerns for PD, now's the time to ask them in a nice, I'm gonna sue you way.
Yeah, if you guys have questions, don't forget to call me. You guys have a nice new penal code and a lot of new charges, so.
I haven't read any of them.
Has it been updated in our MDT yet? Do we know?
Yes, it has.
Okay, good.
Has it? I thought the
Yep.
one that's there now looks the same as
Well,
the
the
last one.
charge sheet might not be changed out yet, but the
Oh,
but the
okay,
penal code, like when we're adding charges, should be updated.
Ah, okay, that's what I was looking at.
I
was just
have
looking
a
at the charge sheet.
suggestion.
We got to get the charge sheet updated on the roster.
What's your suggestion, Lemon?
There should be a public defecation charge. Thank you.
There is.
Public indecency isn't the same for me.
You want to charge just? I'm pretty sure you're the only person who poops in public, Lemon. So do you want to charge just for you?
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
What? Okay.
And I want the doors of visitation unlocked, for God's sake.
I have already expressed that to DOC and PD, and
There's DOC.
Nope.
Oh, I want
It's
DOC
been a problem.
too.
It's
I
been a
remember
problem
when
since
they
they've
were
been
a
around.
thing.
Yeah, it's been a problem since they've been around.
I want DOC then too. Thank you.
Yeah, good luck.
I know just the woman.
Oh God. Oh no.
All right, EMS, anything? The
No.
ones who actually work, so not Floor, just not
Shut
Floor
the
actually.
hell up.
They promoted Amethyst, so you must be desperate.
No,
Well,
we're
I
good.
quite literally have been on.
We're still learning everything.
The ship is sailing.
It's a chore right now.
I got you.
Amethyst got promoted, and I
Anything
don't
that-
understand that.
People can do to help out.
I work, y'all.
Nah, just hurt yourselves.
If you don't
I'll
work
try.
with this, all right, we're gonna be back in that office with another review.
Actually,
Remember,
Crane,
somebody beat me down a couple days ago to help.
can anyone hire you yet to do security, or do you have? How's that?
Technically, I believe after this coming up weekend, we are beginning opening talks for contracts. So yes.
Why do you talk like that?
Do you have any kind of pricing?
Yes, we have basic pricing. But it depends. We do kind of negotiate as well, depending on what people want us to do and things like that. So we can be flexible, but. So yeah, we can always talk. We can always talk.
Here's the cool thing about say the assembly having a budget. You could use that money without city hall or this official council to use that money. You could just be like, I'm gonna get security for this shit because it makes sense. Ta-da!
That is true. Who just walked
Okay,
in?
anything else we need? I think we're good. Everyone good to get the fuck out of here?
Thank
Yep,
God.
everyone get.
Thank you very much for your time.
All right, pay everybody. Since
Oh,
Tempest ain't here.
Oh, Kitty, I'm so sorry. I gotta run. They're all trying to chase me for money. Oh no.